Good afternoon, this is KOCO Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane. Here's your December 12th noon weather briefing. Cold start to the day across Oklahoma this morning. Easily getting back down into the teens across the metro, across Stillwater. A few areas getting down around the single digits like Camargo. Ceiling was at 12 degrees. Woodward this morning down to 20 degrees around Tulsa. About 12 degrees. As we look at visible satellite, all this that you see right here that I'm highlighting with my mouse here, this is still snow on the ground. And of course, as we look at some DOT cameras here, this is coming in from I-70 in Stratton, Colorado. Right about here, you can see a little bit of snow on the side of the roads there. Same thing in Hays, Kansas, right along I-70. As we look in towards around downtown Oklahoma City, you can see the snow is still on the ground. Seeing a few clouds streaming in out of Mexico and towards around El Paso and southeastern New Mexico. But across the United States, we don't really have a whole lot of activity going on, current watches and warnings, other than a few flood advisories ongoing down in towards around Mississippi. All is looking just fine. That will be changing, however, in a couple days. This is going to be our next weather maker here across Oklahoma and really across the United States. This will bring in a chance for some rain into Oklahoma by early tomorrow morning. Now, looking at temperatures across Oklahoma at about 6 a.m. here, temperatures are likely going to be in the mid to upper 30s and maybe a couple pockets down around freezing. So it looks like this is likely going to fall mainly as just a very cold rain. As the system continues to move off towards the east, it will get a little bit more strength and eventually turn into quite the snowstorm in towards the Ohio Valley. But even tomorrow during the noon hour, a little bit of light rain across the metro, but we'll see some rain up in towards Kansas and into Missouri as well as down into Texas. And then as we look into the next couple of days, this system will eventually turn into a winter storm, and we'll likely see 1 to 3 inches of snow set up across Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, into Ohio and Kentucky. Heavy snow, you can see here, talking about 4 to 8 inches of snow in Pennsylvania and towards around New York, with lake effect snow likely ongoing here. We're likely going to see over a foot of snow up around Syracuse and even towards around Buffalo. So it certainly looks like quite a bit of snow coming in as you go in towards later into the weekend with this event. But it looks like here in the middle of America, looks like not a whole lot of activity. As we look at towards Saturday afternoon, now Saturday is still going to be quite cold, highs only in the mid 30s. Sunday will be a little bit warmer. We start to see highs get into the 50s across Oklahoma, 40s in Kansas, even a few pockets around Childress, Texas there getting up near 60 degrees. Still quite cold in the upper Midwest. High temperatures on Sunday only in the single digits. Warming trend continues for Monday. Start to get temperatures in the mid to upper 50s near 60 across Oklahoma and Texas. 50s and 40s and 30s as you go from Kansas to Nebraska to South Dakota. And then as we start to look later into next week, it looks like we're probably going to get hit with another Arctic blast of air coming in here. You can see this is going to be for next Thursday night and the Friday morning. Actually, this timestamp here would be for Friday morning. We're likely going to see below zero temperatures across the northern plains here, upper Midwest. You can see both the Euro and the GFS model are showing temperatures around 10 to 20 degrees below zero. Even across Oklahoma, it shows another strong cold front coming in. So both of these models as we go into next week do show another strong cold front coming in here. We'll have to watch it pretty closely. Again, this is still about a week away, but it looks like we'll get hit with another punch of cold air as we go into late next week, and it will likely hang around as we hang into Christmas. We'll talk more about this, as this will likely be the next big weather story that will impact us here across Oklahoma and the Central Plains coming up tonight on KOCO 5 News at 5, 6, and 10. See you then.